Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about 10 signs you've given up on love. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The loveless mentality. On the surface, you're looking for that special someone, but deep down you don't like your chances. You may not think you're cut out for love. You may think you're doomed to live alone for the rest of your life, but this mindset is sabotaging your romantic success. Subconsciously, you've given up on the idea of falling in love, and if you don't believe you'll ever find love, you never will. Alright, let's say you have a crush on someone at work. Instead of expressing vulnerability or taking risks, you retreat into your shell. You create distance from the person you like and you defend yourself by saying, "It never would have worked out," or "They would have hurt me anyway." If this sounds familiar, there's a chance that you have given up on love. You may not believe the universe is going to bring you someone special, but there's only one way to find love. You gotta go out there and look for it. Number 2. Distrusting couples. Have you ever felt jealous of someone in a relationship? When you're looking for love, you envy the happy, loving relationships that you see in the world around you. You want to find a romantic connection like your friends and family. You believe in the happiness that love can bring, but what if you've given up on love? You're not envious of relationships. Instead, you don't want anything to do with relationships or the people in them. People who have given up on love struggle to maintain friendships with loving couples. You don't like knowing that your friend is in a relationship while you're not. You may not like hearing about their significant other, or maybe you disagree about the importance of love in your life. The problem could be more fundamental. You might think happy couples aren't as happy as they say. You don't like talking or hearing about love, so you avoid spending time with people in relationships. You're much more likely to hang out with your single friends because you don't want relationships anywhere near you. Number 3. Love paralysis. You say you're looking for love. If someone asks you your relationship status, you say, "I'm single and looking." But when was the last time you asked someone out? When was the last time you went on a date? You say you're interested in making a romantic connection, but your actions speak louder than your words. If you haven't dated anyone in a long time, you may have given up on love. Dating other people means you're willing to make sacrifices for love. You're willing to take a risk by asking someone out. You're willing to commit your time to going on a date. You need to make these sacrifices to find love. If you're really looking for a relationship, these sacrifices come easily. You sacrifice your time and effort without thinking twice. But if you've given up on love, you're not willing to take risks and make investments. Why? Because you're convinced it's not going to work out. People who are unable to act may be hiding deeper fears surrounding their love life. For example, you may be afraid anyone you date is going to reject you. This fear and pessimism can leave you in a state of romantic paralysis. You want to feel love, but you're not doing anything to find it. Unfortunately, romantic paralysis is common in the world today. Many people feel stuck between the relationship they want and the risks that they don't want to take. So if you're unwilling to invest in your love life, you may have given up on love. Number 4. Dressing down. Have you lost interest in your appearance? When was the last time you really paid attention to the way you looked? When you give up on love, looking your best is not a priority. You aren't thinking about the clothes you wear, you don't style your hair or accentuate your best physical features. You're not thinking about who you may encounter during the day because love is the least of your worries. People who are looking for love dress to impress. They pay special attention to their appearance because you never know when you'll meet that special someone. If you've given up on love, you're not worried about who you're going to meet. You may not shave or shower because you don't expect to be touching anyone anytime soon. Number 5. Deficient opportunities. Do you avoid social situations whenever you can? Have you lost interest in the social activities that you used to enjoy? This may be a sign that you've given up on love. You used to go to restaurants with your friends. You used to enjoy meeting new people in new places. But now you'd rather stay at home and watch TV. But why? What changed? It's possible you've given up on love. You stop yourself from meeting new people to lessen your chances of connecting with someone. The more often you stay at home, the less likely you are to enter a relationship. While not everyone enjoys the same social activities, you're never going to meet someone if you're always alone. If you haven't talked to someone new in months, romance may not be your highest priority. Number 6. Romantic substitution. Do you spend way too much time with your pets? Do you find yourself treating your pets like people? Sometimes people use their pets as placeholders for romantic partners. This is especially common among people who've been single for a long time. Instead of meeting someone to fill that void, you project your need for love and affection onto your animal, who's almost always willing to give it to you. While pets and people can have close relationships, a pet relationship and romantic relationship are very different things. While pets can temporarily fill that void in your life, it's not a lasting solution. You don't receive the same social, intellectual, and emotional fulfillment. Yeah, your pet may be the most adorable animal in the world, but if you really want to find love, you have to meet a person, not a pet. Number 7. Professional excuses. Do you use work to avoid social engagements? Do you take on extra projects so you can fill your free time? If you've given up on love, you may use work to avoid relationship opportunities. Maybe you're tired of being let down. Maybe you're afraid of rejection. Either way, you don't want anything to do with relationships, so you take your social life out of the equation. You volunteer to work overtime, you take advantage of extra projects, you eliminate your free time, and that way you'll never meet anyone new. Often people use work as an excuse to get their friends and families to stop bothering them. When someone says, "Hey, why haven't you met anyone lately?" you can say, "Oh, I've been really busy with work." But you know that you've been busy on purpose. The truth is, you could meet someone new, you could find time to socialize, but deep down, you've given up on love. Number 8. Settling for less. Imagine that you do want to find the love of your life. You dream of meeting someone you're passionately, hopelessly in love with, but the person you're dating doesn't check any of those boxes. You may be settling for someone who's good enough. Someone who's stable and kind. You know they're never going to hurt you, so you settle. You convince yourself that it's better to settle down than risk getting hurt. But settling is just another way of giving up on love. By choosing someone you know you don't love, you're ruining your chances of finding someone you do. You tell yourself, "I can be happy enough with this person, or maybe I'll start to love them someday." But deep down, you know exactly how you feel. Number 9. General distrust. Have you lost all faith in the people you meet? Alright, let's say you're a single girl looking for a single guy. You're interested in a long-term relationship and you want a partner who's looking for the same thing, but you're convinced that every guy in the world is going to break your heart. If you have no faith in the dating market, how are you supposed to find someone you love? Many people have stark, generalized opinions about their dating pool. They think everyone's going to reject them or mishandle their feelings, so they just resign themselves to a life without love. Yes, it can be frustrating and painful to experience a bad partnership, but no matter who you're interested in, it's important to remember how different people can be. Just because you've had bad experiences in the past doesn't mean you'll have bad experiences in the future. Sure, your last partner was a jerk, but the next one could be exactly what you're looking for. Number 10. Forgetting love. Have you forgotten what it's like to be in a relationship? If you've given up on love, you might be stuck in a long dry spell. It's been a while since you've really connected with anyone, and now you've forgotten what that feels like. You're doubtful of your ability to maintain a relationship because you're overwhelmed by the idea of dating someone new. Maybe you're worried you're going to turn into someone else when you fall in love. It's easy to forget what love feels like when you haven't had it for a while. You don't know what to expect, you don't know how you'll change, but you'll never know the answer until you find someone you really love. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.